Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Big City Greens Season 3 Episode 18B, the second half, and it's called Dogmare. And I want to keep this intro kind of short. And I just wanted to say that I was planning on recording this and posting this earlier today, but and again, just no spoilers or anything, and I'm not even planning on doing like a spoiler review because since I didn't react to and review to the trailer or anything. But I recently, today actually saw the new movie Oppenheimer, and again, no spoilers, but like a little warning. Well, three, just three. One, it's rated R. Two, it's 3 hours or like almost 3 hours. And three, what's the third one? It goes deep, and that's like not like a complaint or anything, but it just really goes into it. And also, no, like, I get no spoilers, but how the movie begins, it wasn't how I expected. I actually had like a thing in my mind, basically like like the Manhattan Project. Like I kind of heard about before, like in like civics class and stuff, like many years ago. um and so I kind of had an understanding of it. I was kind of, okay, maybe it'll start this way. And then actually the movie begins. I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. And it kind of continues through the rest of the film. Again, I won't say any spoilers of what that thing I'm talking about is. If you've seen the movie, you would know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm not going to give like a score or anything, but because I'm still kind of like, going over the thoughts in my head. Um, but yeah, the movie's definitely not for kids, and it's definitely a historical movie. Basically, Oppenheimer, Doctor Oppenheimer, the Manhattan Project, like yeah, Albert Einstein, that type of stuff. But again, and again, if you're wondering, like, oh, Albert Einstein, you're doing a spoiler or something, that Albert Einstein was shown in the trailer, so that's fine. Anyway, but this isn't supposed to be the Oppenheimer review or anything, and I'm not even doing that. But I just wanted to mention that yeah, Oppenheimer, going to see the film took longer than I realized. Yeah, almost 3 hours. So again, it wasn't wasted or anything. I'm glad I saw it, but that's why this review's coming later than what I expected, is because Oppenheimer was so long. But again, that's besides the point. Let's get on with the review. So, Dogmare. Let's see. So we start with Cricket and Remy, and I'm glad we got like the the two different stories. We have Cricket, Remy is in the A plot, and then Tilly and Nancy are in the B plot. And because Bill and Alice don't need to be in the episode, they were part of Honey Heist, and they were granted that. Bill, go watch my review on Honey Heist. Bill cried again. I don't know. I don't want to get into that again, but that was just so weird. He just over exaggerates like everything. But anyway. So yeah. So he was in like the first half, but in the second half, Bill and Alice grandma, they don't have to be in this episode, so that's totally fine. It's the second half. So sorry. Okay. So let's get on with it. So we start with Cricket and Remy. They're playing with Pheonix, and Pheonix is a lazy bum. Like, even though she's a queen of the animals and stuff, but she's an old dog, so she needs a rest. And they're just trying to play with her, and then everyone's saying like, "Oh my goodness, is that dog?" He's like, "Oh yeah, she's like the best dog ever." They even ask her like, "Is she okay?" He's like, "Yo, yeah." He's like, "Oh, that dog's no beans," and the cricket's like, "Of course she's not made out of beans." I can understand, for like a kid to mistranslate that. You may misinterpret that, but they no, no dogs made of beans. I mean beans, like the mayor. I didn't like how the mayor of Smallton, where the Greens and your Remy's basically are at, like the town. The mayor is a dog. They did like a similar thing in Bunked, like in the later seasons of Bunked. Was it season like 5 or something? I'm not sure. Where they had like what was it, like a mule or like a moose or something, and that was like the mayor, or was like running for mayor or something. like like I don't know. I just don't like that too much. So, and basically, Cricket wants to nominate Pheonix because Cricket thinks that Pheonix is the best dog. So, she's gonna be running for mayor. What I would have liked if there was a natural competition between Pheonix and Beans, because it seems like this was Cricket versus Beans, not really Pheonix, and we know Pheonix can talk. We've seen her do before. Obviously, the humans can't understand her, but other animals can. Other dogs, other animals. Dirtbag the cat. The cows and the chickens and the chicks. The baby chickens. They can understand Phoenix perfectly. I mean, even what was it? The evil rooster. I forgot. Oh, I forgot his name. Um, Not Foghorn. He's part of Looney Tunes. I, yeah, I forgot his name. Sorry. But yeah, so that would have been pretty cool if we got actually Pheonix versus Beans. But it seemed Pheonix was just taking like a relaxing day. Like, I think that would be. I think that would have been really cool. And I don't know. I think maybe that would have brought a little bit more hype to the episode because I feel like maybe having Pheonix talk to the ants, which actually did happen in the earlier part of the second half of season 3, where basically Pheonix had to go retrieve Saxon and I must do my duty as queen. Well, I'm like, how come Pheonix doesn't want to get into this? Because it's about politics. She would want to do of who would be the best fit leader. It makes sense for Pheonix to jump into this, and we get to see 3 different plot points. We get to have Cricket and Remy trying to get Pheonix to win. We even have Pheonix had their relationship with Beans, and we have a C plot with Nancy and Tilly. Sorry, this shorts are bothering me. Anyway, So that would have been pretty cool. Something I'm kind of thinking to take a point off there because I think that would have been perfect. That just having Pheonix and Beans actually be the main competition. And since we do know animals can't talk when they need to, now and humans can't understand them, but to each other they can. It just makes sense here. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. Who knows? But Cricket and it's people Smelton vote for Pheonix, and I was like, okay, I guess there's another dog nominating, and we get to the B plot, which is my favorite plot of the 2, and we basically have Tilly and Nancy. They're doing mother-daughter bonding, and Nancy, hold on, what? And they're on this pothole road, and this road is totally unkempt, totally messy. It's uneven, bunch of potholes. It's not nice. Even this couple, and they actually have triplets. They actually showed up. I'm not sure if the triplets showed up, but the mom and dad, these neighbors, showed up for Tilly's coronation ceremony. Remember, it was that guy who drank the what was it, the corn punch. I still think that's disgusting, but it's those characters. So that's pretty cool that we actually get to see them be a part of the town. And it's oh, Nancy, all these potholes making the triplets sick, and you see getting green in the faces, and you even see the throw up bleh, down one of the kids' mouth. And he's you know what? I'm gonna fix this road. And until he's what? Yeah, I know. Hey, Tilly, I know we promised mother-daughter bonding, but how about we do that fixing the road? Come on. And she's well, I do like helping people and helping things, so sure. So they're going to be fixing the road. And so they basically got wheelbarrows, they got cement, they got shovels, and they got their work cut out for them. Get back to the A plot where Beans is doing tricks and stuff. It's the perfect dog, and Pheonix is trying to do it, but she's all lazy. She kind of passes out, and even Beans get one of his tricks is getting a blanket. He knew that Pheonix was gonna get cold. He grabbed a blanket and put it over her so she can have a nice nap. Beans is the perfect dog. What the heck? And and Cricket has like this mastermind idea of I'm gonna make sure that Phoenix wins, but by any means necessary. I'm like, oh no, and I'm just can tell this is gonna backfire. And I'm gonna take another point off. It's just Cricket, like even like he said in the beginning of the episode, like I'm glad that like my animal best friend and my human best friend could like hang out together, which is Remy and Phoenix. You would think that Cricket would know how to spell Phoenix, like, or at least Remy would have double checked it because I'm pretty sure Remy would know how to spell Phoenix, right? Like it happens twice in an episode, and I took 2 points off because I'm like Remy, aren't you double checking these things? Like I don't know, I know they're kids, but since Remy's kind of like a project, it's kind of like if Gus would like misspell a word, unless it's like a really complicated word, like super fragilistic Espialidocious, and I wouldn't mind Gus getting that wrong because like yeah, that's complicated. But yeah, or even like Mississippi, that is probably pretty difficult. But Phoenix, I think once you like know how to spell it, I think that sticks. Like I don't think it's something that you forget. And with this being Cricket's best friend, you'd think he would ask his grandma, his mom, Tilly, Andromeda, Gabriella, someone of how to spell Phoenix, or even Gloria. Gloria would have told them. That seems kind of weird after all these years knowing Phoenix. He like doesn't know how to spell Phoenix, right? I don't know. I know he's a kid, and it's supposed to be like a kid type of campaign. Oh, it doesn't look right, but since this is his dog, I don't know. I feel like that he should have known how to spell his name. Like the banner itself would have looked childish, and that actually would have made sense because Cricket isn't like a master artist or anything. They're just doodles, and that's totally fine. Even like the font of Phoenix, like yeah, it fits like a kid, but the actual like letters, like of how to spell Phoenix, I wish it was spelled correctly. I don't know. I think that was like a misstep for me, or maybe I'm totally overreacting. Who knows? But I felt like that was a misstep. So they had the bad Phoenix sign, and Phoenix doesn't know any tricks, and Beans is just so great. Get back to the B plot where they're filling up some holes, and then Nancy's like, "We did it," and then Tilly's like, Mama, look, like you're just looking the holes around us. Like, look further, look in the distance." And like, "Oh, are we kidding me?" Like, they filled up like probably like 8 maybe at most potholes, and there's like 50. Like, jeez, or maybe even more. What I don't understand is what like these parents, or the neighbors are going over the potholes again. I'm like, is this the only road? Because this is the first time that Nancy, Tilly, or anyone has mentioned Pothole Road. Because this road has a name. It is named literally after the potholes, so people know about it. And we've been on the country for like a while now. You would think we would heard about it, if we are constantly going over pothole road. You think we would experience that more, but no. It feels like there will be like another road to go. So it even says like, "Oh, you're still here." I'm asking you, sir, why are you going over here again? Like, well, why are you going over this road? I'm pretty sure there's probably like another road, unless this road's like convenient. But obviously, with these potholes, it's not convenient. And I was kind of thinking maybe he's trying to check on Nancy, see if she's still here. But he seemed like generally shocked that Nancy was still here. So it seemed like he was just minding his own business and trying to get back to his house maybe. But why go over this road again? That's so weird. But anyway, and so basically, it tells you, "Oh, Mom, are you okay? I know they didn't want to help. It's like too much work, but are you okay? Like you seem kind of tense." It's like, "Tilly, I don't know how to explain it, but there's just something about a wrong, and I gotta make it right. Like I got to fix it. I have to make it right." And I actually kind of like that we're actually exploring that with Nancy more, because we kind of went through for Nancy becoming a better role model, better mother, better responsible person, even with her helping on the farm. And you can do more episodes with her helping on the farm even more, which is totally fine. But I'm glad we're actually getting back into this of Nancy's desire to see any wrongs, any injustice, and taking it up on herself to do it. Because even Tilly even didn't say that, "Oh, I'm done helping you because I'm a kid and I just wanna you go back to doing other stuff. He's like, oh, it was fun. We did like 8. Maybe we'll do a couple more. I'm done. No, Tilly was so willing to help, but Nancy just goes into assumptions saying, oh, these people don't want to help. There must be like, no one wants to help, or people just gonna give up on things. Maybe someone else was trying to, go at this road and someone gave up. So, and if I had to, fill up this road by myself, no problem. Then fine, I'll do it. Tilly didn't even mention that she didn't want to help her, but Nancy just goes all around assuming because she just has this idea that she has to put everything on herself. A kind of similarity between Nancy and Bill. Maybe they don't realize themselves, or maybe they have just never talked about it, of how they want to put everything on themselves because they're the adults, they're the oldest of the group. They want to focus on themselves. So I can kind of see like a parallel. And that's why we like the B plot between, again, Nancy and Tilly. I like that dynamic. And Nancy trying to solve injustice, but like it's getting like too much for her. I like it. And basically, and she's filling out the potholes. Obviously, Tilly's still gonna help her, and they do like 5 to 10 more. I'm not sure. But before we get to that, we get back to the Pheonix campaign, and it's a bunch of green screens that's on the phone and stuff. And we did it, and Rem said, "Isn't it deceitful?" And Cricket just says, "Oh, politics is nothing but deceit and stuff." And I'm not gonna get into that, but that's Cricket's point of view, and you do not have to agree with Cricket. That's all. Anyway, and I'm not even sure if Remy agrees with Cricket, and that's totally fine. They're best friends, they don't have to agree. That's totally fine. Anyway, so they do that, and it basically Bean, so they has like his the campaign. Obviously he has like owner who like basically presents it, and it was like shooting like the footage and stuff. No green screens, just beans, and just him helping out the community, being a nice dog, all around best dog, and that's all that people wants, right? Like you vote for Beans, like if you want a good dog to be your mayor, and that's really nice. Yeah, sure. And I'm never gonna vote dog for mayor. I don't know. I just don't like the idea of animals being mayor. I don't know. I might be being like a little too harsh on it, but I don't know. But anyway, but if I would have to vote on a dog, if I had no choice, Beans would actually be a pretty good mayor for a dog. And we basically have Pheonix is more like action-packed green screens, like Photoshop. There's a bunch of explosions, and Pheonix rescues babies from fires. Oh, human babies or puppy babies, both. And it was like, oh, and even like Beans and like, the owners like, oh my goodness, like you should totally win. And like, wow, they're about to win. I'm like, what's gonna go on here? And obviously they're like getting in the glory and stuff. Obviously Cricket's proud of Pheonix, like, oh, you're your best girl, like, oh, you did it, you're gonna be mayor, oh, you're the best dog, better than other that Beans guy. and the Beans is right there, it's right in front of his face. I think that would have been pretty cool if we actually had actual Pheonix versus Beans, actually them talking to each other and see, is Beans actually like a good dog? Does Beans probably has some anger issues? Does he have abandonment issues? Again, we can do like a whole story between Beans and Pheonix. Like, come on, let's do it. But we get back to the B plot where Nancy's just trying to. Again, they fill up like 10 more holes or something like that. I'm not sure. I didn't count the holes, the potholes. But she's just trying to like, oh, I gotta do it by myself. Like, come on, Nancy, you gotta push. And there's a tractor, and Nancy's just so into it, and this happens to people. You just get so into it, you never know what's going to hit you. Physically, metaphorically, emotionally, spiritually. Things just come out of nowhere at you, and you just don't even realize it. And you just need someone in your life to get you back into reality. And that's true for a lot of people. And that's Tilly for Nancy in this situation where Tilly was like, even like her boot got like stuck in the cement. This is what cement. So Tilly had to like grab her, and her boot, Nancy's boot, her cowgirl boot is stuck in the cement. And it's like, oh my gosh, Mama, you can't, like, oh my gosh, I was so, I even like how Tilly's emotions, like, oh my gosh, Mama, I was so scared. Like, I like, are you okay? Like, what were you doing? Well. And obviously Tilly's upset, but obviously she's grateful that her mom's alive. But she's like, why were you putting everything on yourself? Like, what's going on? Why won't you let me help you? Like, and obviously, so Tilly's really upset, and Nancy's kind of realizing this, and like, oh shoot, like I kind of went a little overboard. I went overboard again, and she's like, "Oh, sweetie, it's something to do with you. It's me. I just you wanted to help me. I just wanted to fix this road, and everyone just kept on." Trying to like give up or at least like wait for more help. And I thought I had to put it on myself, and I even almost died because of this obsession. And like you saved me, and I love this mother daughter moment. Oh, my heart, I love it. Um, like, yeah, like it was nice, and basically the couple comes back. Why they? It makes sense why they come back at this moment, not the second moment. But I didn't like how the triplets were like with like the equipment and stuff. Like we even brought the triplets to help. One, how are the triplets supposed to help? Like, even if it just supposed to look cute, like oh look, they're like little construction workers. They're part of dangerous equipment there. Like, and probably like very sharp edges. You shouldn't have your triplets there. So I took a point off for that. I'm just again, I'm never gonna like tell people how to raise their children, but as far as I know, you shouldn't let small children, especially baby triplets, be around sharp objects. That's me. Um, and basically it's like we can help you fix the road, and it's, oh, you guys like, oh, I don't think that's enough. And so, no, all of us, we got like the rest of the town, and we all wanted to pitch in, and Nancy's like, and he even tells us like, see, Mama, you don't have to do it alone. And she's okay, let's do it. And they basically start filling and filling. It like took like the entire day. It was basically like I think like sunset, like nightfall. It was same time for like the elections happening with like Pheonix and Beans, and Pheonix like taking like her like award and stuff, and they're basically filling the potholes. It doesn't look perfect, but looks better. And and it's, oh, what are we gonna call it? And the guy's like, let's call it Nancy's boot robe. Because her cowgirl boot's still in the cement. I love that. Hopefully, if we come back to this road again, hopefully that boot is still there. Because even Nancy's like, yeah, okay, Nancy's boot road. All right. We get back to the A plot, where basically, Cricket's gonna accept the reward, and he's like, oh, where's the phone with the video around me? He's like, oh, let's do it up there with Pheonix. What? And Pheonix is being like a dog, silly dog, and the puppy, and not puppy, a dog, and messing up with the video and stuff, and it's showing the green screen, even showing Cricket's blooper saying, "Do you think people are gonna believe this and stuff?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, people are gullible," and obviously people don't like that, and they got exposed, haha, and they got booed, and it's like, "Oh yeah, Beans for mayor," and Pheonix basically loses. And I like how Cricket says, like, you know what, people don't have to see you. He's talking to Pheonix. People don't have to see you the way I see you, and you are the best dog that I ever had. You always were here for me, and I'm always gonna be here for you. And no matter what, and no matter people say that you're too old for me, that you're too old of a dog, or you're stinky and smelly, or you should have better dental hygiene or stuff. People make fun of Pheonix a lot apparently, and either this was a big city or in Smallton or just in general, people make fun of Pheonix. And everyone's like, "Oh, but it is sweet. You can't help it." Like, "Oh, this little boy cares about his dog." Like, and it's like, "You like the heartwarming story? Does that mean Pheonix wins?" I was like, "No." I'm glad that Pheonix didn't win, because like, yeah, you cheated, and it basically ends, and that's it. Okay. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah. Okay. 75%. Yeah, yeah, I know. Like, this is a way different, kind of different score than for the first half of this episode, which I gave a 90%. Like, yeah, I thought Honey Heist was a fantastic episode. Dogmare, it was just good. Like, like 75% C plus. And again, nothing bad, even better than okay, but it was good. Like, you kind of expect something fantastic to have something either fantastic or something great next to it, but this was just good. C plus. Like, yeah, you did a good job. Anyway, so overall score, let's see. Honey Heist was 90. Dogmare was 75. So 83%, like 83.5%, like B. Like this is like a B episode. Yeah, yeah. It's like around like the 83%, 84% kind of range. So like 83 like 0.5% if you want to like the exact percentage of what I rate Big City Greens season 3 episode 18 Honey Heist slash Dogmare 83.5%. And yeah. So everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to check out my mini reviews and my community posts. And I'll see you guys Wednesday for Big City Greens season 3 episode 19, which is Chill Bill and Bunny Hunt. I think that's the second half, but that's episode 19. And while I'm in like Universal, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take some pictures of the rides that haven't gone on before, put on my community post, and yeah, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. And maybe in the comments of the community post saying, "Oh, I never went on a ride either," or "I went on a ride a billion times." Who knows? Anyway, so I'll see you guys on Wednesday for the next review. All right.